Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we've got the 2012 Escape here today. We're going to try and just tear down the rest of this front end, just get everything taken off. I'm talking the extra headlight, all the odds and ends, wires, things like that. And then from there we can just start looking at new parts and reassembly. So I'm hoping in this video, today, we can get this whole front end torn down the rest of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. If there's some things along the way I want to share with you guys that might help you out, I'll stop the video and share with you, I should say. With that, we're just going to dive right into it and speed it up and show you this process of getting this front end torn down. And actually, before we do that, let me go ahead and show you the front end here. A couple things I wanted to show you beforehand. Okay, so like I said, we're going to go ahead and tear down this front end. So we're going to take off the hood hinge, the sensors 1 and 2, the airbag sensors. We also, there's a wiring harness up in there we're going to have to pop out. This headlight's coming off. You know, some odds and ends wiring. This is the temp sensor for the outdoors. Let's get the hoses out of here. Let's get everything out, and then we're going to take off this bottom piece, the mount there, the underneath part of that, and this whole section here, which is the upper rad support. So sit back, relax, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and get after it. Also, guys, quick pro tip: take some before pictures before you go tearing everything off, because that way it's easy to reassemble. Like, take close-ups, you know, where cables are running, like this one, where your airbag sensors, what position they're in, things like that. That way when you take it all apart, you can tell what goes where. Put it back together should be pretty easy. Okay guys, so I don't know if you can see, but and I'll point them out to you, but I think all we're left with is the spot welds. So basically these little dots right here, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all over this thing, everywhere. I think that's the only thing really holding this on at this point. So I think what we're going to do is just go around and try drilling them out. I think that'd be easier than trying to grind them. So I'm going to rig up a drill and we'll give that a try, see how it goes. Alrighty guys, so for today we're stopping there. I'm actually pretty happy with the progress. That getting these spot welds out is not fun, let me tell you. So we've got some straightening to do now, as you can see, like all over the place, some grinding and straightening. That way we can weld the new piece to all this stuff all the way along, as you can see. But I tried the best I could not to kill it too bad. As you see, I mean, we've got holes and stuff. I mean, it's just kind of unavoidable, so hopefully we can weld that stuff back up. But yeah, this looks like it did. This air intake did survive. That's nice. But anyway, yeah, so we got the top piece off. We're going to stop there for today and probably be back at it tomorrow with getting this bottom portion off, which is going to be interesting too. And this bracket here, which I did find that I can buy a new one, which is nice with the mount. So we're going to go ahead and get that off as well. Get this off here, and then it's just about straightening everything up, grinding it down smooth so we can weld the new pieces on. But with that, guys, we'll just catch you tomorrow and go from there. Welcome back, guys. It's the next day here at Matt DIY, and we're actually tearing into this Escape again. So let me flip you around and getting to take a look at it here. So today's goal is to get this bottom, I guess they call it the lower rad support, or there's another name for it too, but this lower cross member, gotta get this off. So there's some spot welds on each side, and then this kind of support thing underneath here, gotta get that off too. There's like one bolt in the back underneath the car, and then there's a couple here. So I think we're gonna start there, take out those bolts, drop this, and then get that bottom out and get that out of the way. That way when we start playing around with this, you know, we can start knocking it and whatnot. It should be pretty straightforward. And then this engine mount here, probably going to replace too. So once we get that cross member out, we'll see if we can maybe get this, I don't know, we'll see. But let's go ahead and start with that cross member and go from there. Guys, one more thing I wanted to mention. You're probably seeing me drill out these spot welds, and some of you who do this for a living or probably do this every day are probably thinking, yeah, that's not the way you want to do that. You know, I've had people tell me you can try grinding them down and then popping it off, so that way you still have something behind it to weld on. Like a couple of them, you know, I've done okay. A couple of the others I just ended up drilling through, which isn't great, but here's the plan. So, you know, for me, I try to show in these videos for the average guy or gal who's going to tackle this stuff on their own, how to do it, right? And we don't typically have all the fancy tools and things like that. So I'm showing you with, you know, the basic tools how we're going to get this done ourselves. So basically we're going to drill them out. Now I've tried to drill them not too deep, so that I can just pry it out. On this particular piece here, I did try grinding a little bit, which didn't seem to do a whole lot. I don't know, I might grind a little more, or I might just try to drill them out. Either way, point is that I'm trying to make here is that you know, you just got to do the best you can. And my goal is, you can see some of these are pretty drilled through, so if I get the new piece up here and I can't exactly weld it on, what I'm going to do is actually just get some hardware, some bolts, nuts, and washers that'll go through there, secure it with that, and then weld those to the metal, and that'll keep everything nice and sturdy and well attached. So that's the plan, and that's how we're going to do it, DIY style. So anyways, guys, let's get this cross member off, get back to work. So we finally got that piece off after some fighting with the bolt that was about rusted. It looks like it's been on there since 1936. So that was fun. And I couldn't get a good camera angle while I was wrenching on the bolt, guys, so I didn't film that. But I was literally just trying to get out a bolt, which is always fun when they don't want to cooperate. And then there's a cross member for the subframe under there, which I can show you. As you can see right there, And to slide the bracket off, as you can see that stud sticking down up there, there's just not enough room. So you have to loosen the subframe bolts, drop it, well, subframe bracket piece there, drop it, and then you can slide it out. And, oh geez, glad that's over. So now we're going to focus on getting these spot welds out of this and getting the engine mount off, and we're going to call it a video. Okay guys, so we cut out there because this was taking 5 years to get off. That was a lot of fun. Man, you really need like a plasma cutter or something for this, I'll tell you what. It can be done, but if you look there, we got a mess to clean up. So all this is gonna have to be ground down and then made look sort of nice so we can weld the new piece to it. I mean, this technically isn't even the frame, guys. The frame ends right here. This is just the hollow portion, so you can use bolts or whatever there to secure it. But oh, what a mess. So I gotta grind all this down flush and then for the new piece to mate up to it. And this one's not too bad. This portion here and here are all welds. I just have to straighten that all up. But man, what a chore. Ended up slicing it off and then working this bracket off that you can see is not much left of it, and then there's all the metal shavings. So now I get to go over here and do the same on this side. Probably just gonna cut it right here and drill out the welds, and hopefully this one comes off a little bit quicker. Guys, let me tell you, that was that was rough. Let me show you what we did. So we got it off 5 hours later. No, not literally, but anyways, it's off. So as you can see, this is all mangled. It's supposed to look like that. So we're sort of getting there. It's just going to take some time straightening it out and things like that. This needs to go up a little more. This needs to come in, this needs to come in, and just sure that up. And then I still got to get this bracket off because I cut it off, but it's just, I don't know if I'm getting to that today or not. It's, she's a cluster. But we got that piece off, so what's awesome is now we can get new parts and start putting the thing back together. But, yeah, holy crap, it was That was difficult, and I literally, guys, here's my tools. I literally use this screwdriver, which I broke off the end of it. A big mallet there, and every time I drill out a hole, I just put this in between some metal and just pound away, and eventually she comes loose. That's literally all I've done. So, but she's off. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. This was a real cluster to get off. I'm not going to be I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. It was a real challenge to get that thing off, but we got it done. Got the whole front end off. Now we just got to straighten it up and then just grind it down, get things ready to go for the new pieces. We'll order those up, start putting them back together. So I'm pretty excited about where we go from here. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the content and you want to see the rest of this car, be sure to subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks to all those of you that have subscribed in the past and are with me along the way. Really appreciate it. And with that, guys, don't forget to always get out there and do it yourself.